Right, so here we are, down by the stream again. I'm going to try out this new butt plate with the adjustable monopod on the back, which to be honest is the main reason I bought it. And what I've discovered is I actually can't get, well, certainly couldn't this morning when I was out hunting with it, get a comfortable position with the actual sort of multiple adjustable butt pad bit. I couldn't get a comfy position with that when I was hunting because of the different angles of the different shots. So what I've done, I've took that off, and I'm just, for hunting, I'm going to leave it as it is because it's pretty much the same as the old thing, but with the added advantage that it's got the monopod. And then if I'm getting myself set up in a set position, then I can screw it on then and set it up to myself perfectly. So I don't think, looking at it quickly, and I've only had this morning's go with it, I don't think the multiple adjustable butt pad thing is actually that good for hunting. But I am made up with the monopod because I took a fairly long range shot at a jackdaw off the monopod, and took it out with the headshot at like 50 yards, which is ridiculous. It's so much steadier with the monopod if you're lying down on a hard surface. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do some tests to see whether this rifle performs better in single shot mode, just loading the pellets individually, or whether it shoots better with the magazine. So that's what I'm going to try. So I'm going to start off, I've put a target for 40 yards. I'm going to start off, do 5 shots with the mag, and then I'll do 5 shots single shot and see what difference it makes. Okay. Typical. So 5 once, I'll put 4 in here. do have to be quite forceful with these, the bolt on this Priest. Pellet's not in that one properly. Ah, I've got a jam in there. Better. Right. Last one. Right, let's go and have a look. Well, not a bad group. Not a bad group. A lot of messing about though. There's one letdown. These I'm still using the old style magazine for the 177s because I only got a the new style magazine for the 2.5 caliber. That's not bad, that 40 yards. So what I'm thinking of is I'm probably going to get one of these Calm magazines. I'm going to try one of those, but I'm going to try it single shot now, see how that gets on. Probably going to be a lot fiddlier to load in single shot mode in 177 than it is in 2.5. Two 2.5's fairly easy, to be honest. I don't know, that's pretty straightforward. I might have muffed that one. Right, let's go have a look at that one. That's not particularly good. Try. Definitely prefer the parallax being on the body. With the scope, I really do. Recon's so much. That the parallax on that is so nice. Pulled it again, honestly. The other thing I've discovered with this rifle, you have to be quite forceful with that bolt. It's no good trying to tickle it. You have to be quite aggressive with it. Right, let's go and have a look. Yeah, you have to be quite aggressive with the bolt. It's not the sort of bolt that you can sort of tickle. You know, you've got to put a bit of effort behind it to make sure it's closed. Otherwise it won't cock, or doesn't seem to want to seal itself and cock. So it's not a tickly bolt or a light bolt by any means. But once you get the hang of it being quite aggressive with it, it actually is quite good. Oh wow, that's much better. There we go, that's more like it. Apart from the one that I pulled. That's better. Yeah. So apart from the one that I jerked over to the top, I mean, there's not a huge amount of difference between with mag and without mag. I think that's better though. Yeah, I think so. So there it is, Priest 2, 40 yards with the new little monopod attachment on the back. I'm pretty impressed with the little monopod, must admit. Do like that. Not so impressed for hunting with the sort of claw butt. Didn't really suit my style, I'm afraid. But having said that, it comes off dead easy and it just leaves the same fitting as you've got on your normal butt, but with the addition of a monopod, which is really useful because it provides a nice little hand grip low down as well. You know, you get that classic sniper's fist grip. It gives you something to hold, even if you've not got the monopod actually resting on the ground. Because on this sort of spongy wet grass, obviously you can't get a really solid, you can't just rely on setting the monopod on the ground. Earlier on when I was shooting on the yard, which is concrete, I actually got the monopod set up and then locked it in place and it was rock solid. But on spongy grass it's not so easy to do, but it does give you something to hold on to give you that sniper's grip, because before you're trying to do it on the end of the butt pad, and sometimes depending on the range and the angle of the rifle and the height you've got your bipod legs set, you couldn't actually do it. But with the monopod now it's easy. So yeah, big, I like that. So I'm going to stick one out at 50 yards now and have a little bit of a mess about. Right, so we're out at 50. Let's see how we get on. Hit the target. Just something. Bits of grass in the way, unfortunately. Right, let's go and have a look at that. There's grass in the way. Really must find a nice field that's just been cut for silage. The grass is a bit shorter. This is all very scenic and all very well, but it's very lumpy, and the grass is quite tussocky in parts, and it's nettles and all sorts. So whilst it may look very spectacular and beautiful, and it certainly does when the sun plays on it in a day like this, it's not necessarily the best way of doing things. For target shooting. Can't wait to try that 2.5 barrel on this gun. I actually think it shoots better in 2.5 than it does in 177. Well, that's not too bad, that. Again, apart from that one there. I think that was the first shot I fired when I was trying to sort out which graduation mark to go for. But that's not bad again. Under the size of my thumb. There's 5 shots in there. That's not bad. Yeah, quite impressed with that. That'll do nicely. Oops. Here's a good little gun, that Priest. It's got some little niggling annoying things about it, in all fairness. There's a few little things that just kind of make you think sometimes it could have been finished just a bit better. I know they've done this Priest, which is supposedly it's got a side lever on it, which is going to be a big improvement on the bolt. To be fair, the bolt is a bit crude. It's not particularly well engineered. Well, it works, but it's not well engineered. It's not very smooth. Doesn't run on any bearings or anything like the it just feels, when you compare that bolt to a bolt that's on a air arms, it feels very crude, very basic, quite primitive. It's functional, but it does feel just a bit crude and a bit primitive. But having said that, when you think that this rifle comes in at half the price of an FX, the barrel change is so simple, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's ridiculously easy to change barrels on this rifle. It's so simple. And it's capable of really extremely impressive accuracy. I mean, I actually think that in the 2.5, I know it's got a more loopy trajectory in 2.5, but I think in 2.5 with the Hades pellets, this rifle's probably more accurate than this 177 with the exact heavies. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change back to a 2.5 caliber barrel this weekend, especially if there's lovely weather holds, and try it in 2.5 cal, because I reckon then it will be spectacularly good. But getting at 50 yards, getting I mean, I've not got big hands, and they're all shooting well under my thumbnail. So to get 6, 7 shots, whatever, underneath my thumbnail at 50 yards, I think that's pretty decent. That's pretty damn good shooting, I think. And I'm not the best shot in the world, as Keith Pedder, who subscribes to this channel, keeps informing me. Keeps saying that I use every excuse in the book, the wind, God knows what else, and he has got a point. But everybody does it, don't they? It's never your fault. It's always either the rifle, the wind, the weather, the pellets, the scope. There's always something wrong. It's never just the fact that you're a crap shot. But I'm not the best shot in the world. But getting him 50 yards underneath the thumbnail, I don't think it's too bad, really. I think that's pretty damn good. And I know I can improve on it once I've got used to this setup. Because I'm still getting used to the scope as well. That's the other thing. So that's a new scope to me, and I'm still getting used to it. Dead impressed with the optical quality on it. I love the zoom facility, everything. The turrets are brilliant. Still would have preferred, I'll be honest, still would have preferred, and I know a lot of people don't like it, and that's why they've gone to the saddle, but I actually preferred the parallax adjustment being on the saddle, on the just behind the objective. I preferred it, I did. No point pretending I like this one better, because I don't think that's an improvement, really. It will be for some people, because a lot of people didn't like the saddle parallax. But personally speaking, I think the saddle parallax was probably better than the objective parallax, when it was just behind the objective, was better than this saddle parallax adjustment. Just personal preference, but I think it is. But I've got to say, I'm all round dead impressed with the way I've got this rifle set up now. Pity I couldn't get on with the target stock thing, but for hunting, I don't know, it was just too, you set it up to get yourself comfortable, and it was too specific for one position. It would have, if you're going to use this for bench rest shooting, field target shooting or anything like that, then it's ideal, because you're shooting from one set position, sat behind a bench or whatever, and you can get it set perfectly to yourself, and away you go. But for hunting in the field, when you need a bit more flexibility, I actually prefer it just with the flat back plate. Sad to say, for me, for hunting. But this is brilliant. I love this, really do, because I always struggle, because I've not got massive hands. I always struggled with trying to get the sniper's fist hold at range, especially over rough grass. And I always find it a struggle to get a comfortable sniper's grip hold, because I just couldn't get the height. And because this time of year, if you look at most of my time as I shoot on the shorter grass, I always have my bipod right to the front with the legs fully in to get the gun as low as I can to the floor. And the reason for that is I want to get it lower to the floor as well, because the lower to the floor you go, the more stable you are, but also because it enables me to make a nice sniper's grip at the back. With this now, you know, I've got inches above it there now in elevation, where I can make a decent sniper's grip and get a really tight grip on it and a really steady shooting platform. So this is brilliant. Really impressed with that. That is just bob on. Like that a lot. Not so much the adjustable shoulder pad, but this, the Monopod, brilliant. I'd love to get a Monopod to fit on my Matador, to be honest with you. It's a great idea. So there it is, and I will be putting that 2.5 cal barrel on, because I think it's more accurate in 2.5 with them Hades pellets. And what I'm going to do as well, now as I've got it set up like this, I am going to try those QIS pellets again. It's been a while since I've shot those through it, so I'm going to give them a go in single shot mode, because I only ever shot those from the magazine. So I'm going to give them a go in single shot mode and see whether they suit this rifle as well. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.